They won't wait for us.
Should we over?
You want to tell us your name? Who are you?
Come on.
Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to review the final episode of Michonne. Now, if you haven't watched our reaction to that episode, check it out below. We'll put it in the description below. But wow, what an episode!
Yeah, and I've already
Actually, I shouldn't say wow.
A lot of you from the comments of our reaction. Now, we will be honest. It wasn't a very wow. We're saying wow because we love Denai Guerrero, we love The Walking Dead, but it wasn't like a wow factor like the last episode of Rick Grimes.
I'm gonna back that up because I don't know why I said wow.
Yeah, I mean,
because I just wasn't blown away by it. And maybe that's because we've been spoiled by the episodes that we've gotten so far.
Yeah,
I just expected more out of a iconic character like Michonne leaving the show.
Well, I think that we had expectations of. We knew that we were. Well, we didn't know. We assumed, and we 100% in our minds knew. We were going to get some revelation that would lead to Rick Grimes. We in our hearts, we knew it was going to happen, right? And at the end, it was awesome, but also a part was confusing. But even looking through the comments, a lot of people were thinking like they would have shown more on CRM, like even showed a logo or something, their emblem or something. And a lot of people were let down because, the boots. The boots is a major thing. We know that. They're iconic to Rick. The phone... We have another video talking about the phone was the most confusing thing until looking at other comments. I think Jadis probably drew that. Jadis was an artist. She drew all the paintings at Hilltop. She never met Maggie's family.
Yeah,
but she can. She's an artist, and they can tell her what they look like, and boom, she can draw.
I loved the boots. I loved the boots because you saw those, and immediately before she even recognized it, you're like, "Oh my god, there it is! That's the thing."
And then I think I said in the reaction, you hear the music, the same music that was playing on the bridge was lightened a little bit, and that was the first thing I saw the boots, and I was like, "You hear the music?" Like, it was cool.
But so I liked the boots. I just think that it could have been done differently. Like my whole theory on. He's bleeding out, and they needed to land to get him, patched up so he didn't die on the road. I think that could have probably been done better.
His shirt,
you could have shown she could have walked into the operating room where it happened.
Right. You see his belt, his gun belt there.
You see everything of his, other than obviously the essentials they need to clothe him to get him back out.
Yeah.
I just think that was probably a better way, in my opinion. They could have, and it made sense.
Right.
The boots, okay, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But the phone made no sense. And why was it in the ship? Weren't they in the ship when they found it?
Yeah, they're in the ship.
Why was it in the boat?
Yeah, because Virgil said that boat washed in during a storm. So
maybe they were in there at one point.
Maybe they took the helicopter to a certain point. They got in the ship to go out somewhere else and get picked up by another helicopter or a boat to take them wherever they're going. And they just abandoned the ship, or maybe they had to abandon ship anyway because of the storm, and it washed up. And it made sense because there was a cool post on, somebody posted on it, I'm not sure, maybe comicbook.com. They showed a map of where Alexandria is and to where the island is. And it's only like 80 miles away.
Sure.
So
makes sense because Oceanside is going to be a little
Oceanside's going to be around there.
It'd be a distance away from Alexandria.
Yeah.
I did love the alternate reality. Like,
the alternate
I
reality
actually
stuff
loved
fit.
that. That was freaking awesome.
Now,
man.
a lot of that was reused footage that they edited, but they did confirm, Angela Kang did confirm that the scenes with her and Negan were actually with Jeffrey D. Morgan. They just changed some of it around. And actually the scene with Norman Reedus, that was actually them doing that scene as well. But a lot of it was...
The Andrea stuff was reused.
Yeah, a lot of the old footage of, especially the lineup that they didn't use, they remixed that. They took Michonne's place out. They took, the editing, the people there at the VFX, amazing job doing that. And I did hear that they cut a part of Michonne talking to Carl. that they said was pretty brutal.
Dude, yeah, that's probably a good thing that they did that.
They said it was pretty brutal,
because
so they had to cut it.
You want to be able to provide an alternate reality like that, but not so much that the person always sees that in the back of their mind when they continue to see this character.
Imagine if she was with Negan,
dude.
Because what they did, she was his right-hand man. It wasn't Simon.
And I loved that because it flipped the narrative that we've always talked about. Rick first started this with Negan. He went into that satellite camp and killed all those saviors.
Yeah.
Negan didn't start this. So it flipped that script that we've always talked about. And Michonne was central to that because she was in that satellite camp. It was amazing watching that.
It was cool. It was creepy. It was cool. It was just basically what we become and what we knew about Michonne. You know, when we first met her, she was very standoffish. Rick and them took a chance on bringing her in. So, you know, she took a chance then on saving Andrea, and what she finally became at the end was saving those two groups of people, those two people for that group, and trying to get them back to their big old colony. And we have another video coming up on a theory of who that colony might be. But I thought that was cool. I thought it tied into everything. Yeah. In a way, I was kind of sad that Virgil's character didn't really have more. He was basically just a pawn used to set up Michonne for Rick.
Yeah.
That was really it. Him going crazy, I can understand why he would go crazy.
I can totally understand
I get it.
But here's the deal. They just left a possible psychopath on that island.
Yeah. To capture more people.
To capture more people, yes. Like, I get it. Like, they given him a chance, a second chance. Right. Fine, whatever.
And he stayed. He didn't want to leave because he wanted to bring flowers to his family every day. So I love that part of Virgil. It was just kind of sad that they introduced this character. We always had an inkling about him that, I'm not sure this dude's right. But then when it came to it, it was just like, yeah, it went kind of quick. Yeah, he had Rick's stuff.
I mean, you're right. They used him obviously as a focal point to Michonne and her exit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think it could have been done a little bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying it was like a 1 out of 10. It was just I think everyone, even you guys, probably hoped of a
the expectations were high.
The expectations were definitely high. You know, they didn't promote it like they did with Andrew Lincoln leaving, where we're like, final episode, we're getting pumped, and it was, and we were like, holy crap. Michonne's a little more lighthearted.
Did you want more definitive evidence on Rick? Like, don't get me wrong, that's pretty definitive. The fact that we got boots. But did you want like my theory on maybe a picture of Carl? You know, like why would a picture of Carl be there? And Rick obviously probably held on to a picture of Carl.
Yeah, I wanted something that would, the boots is one thing, but I wanted something that would immediately tell Michonne that, oh my God, he wasn't incinerated in the explosion. Like we kind of already said, maybe his shirt, his belt from being taken. Because we did that one video where somebody from Insider was giving an outline summary of that final episode. He was like, oh, she's going into this building. There's a lot of walkers, a lot of blood. And I think he kind of got that wrong, but there were a lot of walkers. He didn't go downstairs. Remember that, what we read?
Yeah, we read that.
So I don't know if it was his interpretation, but...
It was the way it was interpreted, because the way that sounded, like she was almost going in like a warehouse type deal.
A medical facility, which that was. It was a medical facility.
Yeah, but it was...
It wasn't the way he wrote it out, but it could have been a scene that they cut and changed. But more definitive proof, yeah. I mean, the boots, yes. The cell phone, Well, I don't know what else could have been definitive besides his shirt that she would recognize.
I think his watch was a pretty
belt.
Big deal, right?
The watch would be huge.
That's Herschel's watch that was given to him. Now, it didn't really resonate with her because she never really talked about it or saw it or paid attention to it, but it didn't matter. You could add that relevance at the scene when she sees the watch. Like, this is his watch. Just like the boots.
Yeah.
Did she ever pay attention to the boots in previous episodes?
No. But what I think I really wanted, I think other fans have wanted as well, was a CRM logo. Have something tying to CRM, which we knew it was going to anyway. Yeah. But to be able to see that, like when she lifted that crate, we were dissecting in the predictions, like, does it have a CRM logo? No, it doesn't look like it. I think a lot of people wanted to see it just so she can be like, okay, what is this logo? You know what I mean? Because if we are going to see her in future things, Scott Gimple did give some details, but we'll get into that in another video. We're hoping she ends up in the Rick movies. It's not confirmed. It's not decided, but I think that's where they're leaving this open.
I certainly hope so.
They could leave up to more things, but stay tuned for other videos.
They definitely left it open, obviously, because there's always the hope, and I think that the studio is hoping that Denai will come to the negotiation table and be open to Rick movies.
Yeah, or anything else. So
I don't think she'd come back to the series, just like Andrew Lincoln.
No, yeah. Stay tuned. We have another video on her future stuff, but I think as far as the Walking Dead main show, she's done. Yeah. But what this wide universe Gimple wants to do, who knows?
Yep.
But overall, I mean, it was a good episode. I think just my expectations were a little bit higher, and some parts dragged a little bit. I know that they were trying to tell the story of who Michonne really is. And with the flashbacks and with the alternate realities, it kind of showed what she could have become if she didn't become the person that she is now. And now, who will she become by leaving behind her kids and searching for Rick?
Ooh.
But even knowing Judith, and I knew it was going to happen, Judith was going to tell her, go.
Yeah.
Freaking go.
I did like that. I also did like the fact that they're still calling him the brave man, because what they're doing is shielding RJ still to this day, because you don't want to give false hope to a child that their father's still alive.
But wouldn't you think, like, well, he doesn't know who I was like, well, RJ's probably still in that room listening to the conversation, but he doesn't know who they're talking about.
They've always referenced him as the brave man.
Yeah. So I love it. And go ahead.
Do you think the tears from Judith were not so much that Michonne was leaving and having to do this, but for Rick?
For Rick.
Yeah.
I think 100%. I mean, yes, she's sad about that she's not going to see her mom for a while, but I think that she 100% wants to see her dad. She is so psyched to hear that he is alive, because a lot of Judith is, I mean, Michonne and Judith and Carl are into her, man. Yeah. Her personality, her characteristics, I mean.
And the actress, just
Kaylee Fleming is amazing.
She nails
She's
that.
awesome.
Like, that's amazing. And I'm hoping that she signs up for the Rick movies so that we can get, because then we'll know, they'll hide that, right? Because then we'll know that there's a reunion.
Yeah, they'll definitely do as much as they can to hide that. But I mean, overall, guys, it was a great episode. We're going to miss Denai. I love the characterization of Michonne. I mean, she took the comic book character to the extreme awesome level of what they did with her. And a lot of her comic book storyline they did, a lot of things were changed due to, how she
remixing of the story.
Remixing of the story. She had a daughter in the comics. She had, she did have a son in the show, but he died early on. And they did kind of remix a little bit. Now, The Walking Dead, in the comics, she learns that her daughter, her name is Elodie, is alive and in the Commonwealth story arc. And they kind of remixed that a little bit with Rick, in a sense. It was kind of like, when she found that stuff, it made me think, that's, this whole emotion is with her finding her daughter in the comics.
Yeah.
Different, of course, but it's kind of what we got because we're comic book fans. But, it's a bummer she's gone, but we're hoping that we see her down the road.
It is, guys. I mean, definitely love Denai Guerrera, just to echo what you're saying. Amazing actress, and the portrayal of Michonne is amazing. But hey, we lose one, we gain another.
Maggie. Yeah. Have no idea how that's going to turn out.
No way.
But, yeah. So let us know in the comments your thoughts, guys, of what you felt about the episode 13, What We Become, Michonne's final episode. Make sure you leave the video a quick like. It shows your support, and we do appreciate it. Helps us pump out more videos. Feel free to subscribe, hit that bell. Stay tuned for a couple more videos in regards to the episode 13, some theories, and Michonne's future. I am Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation. We're out.